Now we're going to look at doing just a handful of more examples. Again, focusing mainly on just getting everything set up, and I will actually go over and solve one or two of these. So starting off with number 14, if we bought a Boston Whaler in 2010 for $12,500, so when I first bought it, it was $12,500. So again, my initial value is $12,500. The boat's value depreciates. Goes down by 7%, so 0.07, and it's decay because it's going down. How much is the boat worth now? Well, now it's 2020. We bought it in 2010, so there's a 10-year time gap. I don't see the word compound. I don't see continuous, so therefore I know it's going to be simple exponential decay. So A equals, and again, this is what we're solving for, P1 minus rate to the T power. So A equals 12,500 times 1 minus rate, which is 0.07, to the 10 power. Now, something interesting on these. Is if I'm going to try and type in A equals 12,500 times 1 minus 0.07 raised to the T power, which was 10, I get 6049.77. All right. These problems are probably going to ask you to round. So remember, don't make a simple mistake by rounding wrong. So we'd say roughly 60-50 if it asks rounds to the nearest dollar. So what I'm trying to get at here is if we have, or if we're solving for A, you can just type it in and it's going to evaluate it. If we're solving for P, R, N, or T, we just type everything we have. Let's see if I can find when will it be worth less than 2,500. All right. So A is no longer equal to, but it's less than 2,500. P was my initial value, again still 12,500. Rate is 0.07 and it's decreasing. T is what we're solving for this time. So 2,500 is less than 12,500. 1 minus 0.07 to the T power. So 2,500 less than 12,500 times 1 minus 0.07 to the T power. So it doesn't like that. So now what I'm going to do is now set up a system. So Y is less than 12,500, and then Y equals 12,500. Whoops. Y is less than 2,500. It starts out as 12,500. 1 minus 0.07 to the T power. So I just want to zoom and zoom. And zoom. And now it's back to like how we solve the systems of equations or inequalities. Our x value, and again, less than is either to the left or down. So anytime after 22.17 years. So about 22 years. And again, it's still exponential decay. E. coli bacteria double in a population every 30 minutes. The initial population is 85. What's the population? So this is what we're solving for. My rate is doubling. How often do they double? Is every 30. These are tough because sometimes you'll put 30 minutes as your time, whereas the total time that's gone by is 3 hours. Now, because minutes and hours are different units of measurement, I'm going to change this to minutes. So 3 hours is 3 times 60, which is 180 minutes. And being completely honest, double isn't given to us as a percent. So whenever I get these kind of problems, I don't like to use the formulas. What I like to do instead is actually use tables. Okay. So again, x, y. The initial value is 85, so when it first begins. After one 30-minute session, it doubles. So I'm going to multiply it times 2. After two 30-minute sessions, I'm at 1 hour. And again, I'm still multiplying it times 2, so it becomes 340. After 3 30-minute sessions, it's been 90 minutes. And I'm going to do this all the way until I get to 180. Multiply it times 2, 680. After 4, it's been 2 hours. That's 1360. After 5, it's been 150 minutes. Again, multiply it times 2. It's 2720. And after 6, it's been 180 minutes. And we have 5440. That's what we were trying to find. Again, it's exponential growth. What I want to do is number 18 on page 18. Your 3-year investment of $20,000. So I initially deposited $20,000 into account, 5.2 interest rate, so 0.052, because when I move it 2 to the right, I get back to 5.2. So how many times it compounded? Semi-annually is 2. Over 3 years, what's your total return? So this is what I'm solving for. And again, let's put it in decimals. A equals 20,000. 1. And this is growth. Plus rate, which is 0.052. Now remember, when you see the word compound, you have to use the right formula. So A is equal to P parentheses 1 plus rate over N times N to the T power. Semi-annually is 2 times N, which is 2 to the 3 power 3. And from here, I go to Desmos. Because I have multiple things in the exponent, I'm going to put another set of parentheses, close parentheses. So after 5 years, after 3 years, at 5.2%, compounding biannually with a $20,000 initial investment, I have a total of $22,172. And then the last one, compound continuous. This tells me A is equal to P E raised to the R times T power. 440, 5.8.058 for 8 years. So A equals P, which is 440, times E raised to multiple things in the exponent, so I put parentheses, rate, which is 0.058, times T, which is 8, is 699.78. And that is my answer. One thing I want to quickly mention about these, make sure that you're answering the question. Sometimes they'll get you and ask you how much interest was gained. Your interest rate is going to be an answer, but they're looking for the dollar amount. So if I want to So if I want to answer the question how much interest was gained, what I would do is just take my ending amount, subtract it from my initial amount, and this is interest gain. All right, so again, just make sure you're answering the question that they ask you. I don't particularly like these questions, but you may see them from time to time.